If you are just starting to play golf right now, this year, welcome, congratulations. I'm very excited for you, and also I'm sorry. It can be wonderful and frustrating all at the same time. But here's the thing. You do not need to go out and spend thousands of dollars on golf gear when you are first getting started. And in fact, you shouldn't, because honestly, you don't even know if this is gonna be something you're going to enjoy. So today, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I would buy if I were starting golf this year as a total beginner and doing it on a budget. So the goal here is to have everything you need for under $1,000. And I'll give you some examples of areas where you could spend a little bit more or a little bit less depending on your personal preferences. But overall, we're doing this on a budget to keep this reasonable for someone who's not sure if they're going to stick with the game long-term or not. So if that sounds like you, let's get you set up with everything you need so you can get out on the course and start having a good time and exploring this wonderful game. All right, first up, you're gonna need some clubs, and I would recommend you pick up a pair of Stix, S-T-I-X golf clubs. These have been my go-to golf clubs for new golfers for the last 3 years because frankly, they're great. Honestly, right now, Stix is making some really good direct-to-consumer golf clubs. Whether you are a single-digit handicap and want their compete irons, or you are just getting going and you want to get their basic Sunday set. So if I were just getting going, there are 2 sets that I would look at. The first is the 7-club Sunday set. Now, so many golfers think they need a full set of 14 clubs when they're getting going. And honestly, that couldn't be farther from the truth. All of the golfers I have played with who are just getting going, they use like 3 clubs, maybe 4 or 5. They use their driver, they use like a 7-iron or a 9-iron, they find the iron that they're comfortable with, they might use a hybrid, they'll use a sand wedge, and they will use a putter. And that is pretty much it. For the first year or 2, before you can consistently make contact with the ball, you are just finding the clubs that you are comfortable hitting, and you're really not thinking about distance for the most part. So that is why I think the 7-club Sunday set is going to be such a good fit for so many people. So this set includes driver, 4-iron, 6-iron, 8-iron, pitching wedge, 56-degree sand wedge, and putter. So it includes those 7 clubs, which is honestly all you're going to need when you are first getting going. The retail price on that is $499, but lately I've seen it on sale for as low as $350. And if when you are watching this, the price does jump back up, you should be able to use the coupon code BE50 to knock $50 off the price. I truly think if you were just getting going, this is all you need. Both the driver and the putter that are included in these stock Stix sets are excellent. I have used both of them for a number of rounds, and I've been really surprised at how well they work. And the irons are just as good, and they're kind of specially formulated to help combat a slice. Most new golfers, once they can get it up in the air, their big miss is going to be a big slice. And so I've found in my testing that Stix clubs have a big draw bias to help combat that big slice. So all that to say, these clubs are great, they're easy to hit, they're reliable, and to be honest, you're not going to know the difference, so you don't need to go out and get fit right away and spend $2,000 on clubs when you don't even know what your swing is going to look like. If you would like a few more clubs, then I would look at the Nicklaus Essentials set. So Stix partnered with Nicklaus Brands, and they essentially rolled out a whole line of Nicklaus clubs that are really the exact same as the Stix clubs, they just have different branding. So there is a 10-club Essentials set from Nicklaus. It retails for $699, but you can often find it on sale for quite a bit less. And if you want a full set, or if you want different combinations of things, Stix has all sorts of options for you. But for most people, I would start out with that 7-club half set, or the Nicklaus Essentials at 10 clubs. I think that's going to cover all of your bases, but you can go to their website and find the right ones for you. If you do go with one of their larger sets, like 10 clubs or more, they have 10, 12, 14 club packages. Typically, those will include a golf bag. But if it were me, I would personally skip the bag, save a little bit of money, and I would buy a bag on my own, which leads us to number 2. The second thing you should buy is a Sunday golf bag. Now, this is not to be confused with a small Sunday bag. Sunday Golf is a brand, and they've honestly just been making some killer products at good prices that are a lot of fun and geared towards the average or the beginner or the casual golfer. Now, don't get me wrong, the bags that come with a set of Stix clubs, they're great. They work really well, but they've got a lot of Stix branding. And here's the thing, when you're just getting started, your look, your aesthetic, the things you're using, it's kind of a balance. You don't want to make it look like you're a pro golfer and you've got thousands of dollars of stuff and then you can barely get the ball off the tee. But you also don't necessarily want to look like a brand new golfer who just bought a box set of clubs off the rack. You want something that's going to kind of show your personality a little bit. So that's why I like the Stix clubs without the bag and then getting a Sunday golf bag, because I do think they're making solid bags at good prices right now that have a lot of personality. So I would look at their Rider bag. This is their smallest full-size bag. You can typically find it for $250, but if you click the Sunday link below, once you get to their website, it should pop up and say that I gave you a 15% off discount. So as you might expect, if you click any of these links or use these coupon codes, I will get a commission for this, but I really don't care whether or not you buy any of these things or not. I'm just trying to help you find the right things for your needs based on where you're at. So take all that for what it's worth and feel free to do your own research beyond just this video. All that to say, if you do decide to get that Rider bag with the discount, with everything, it should be just over 200 bucks. I would also look at the El Camino bag if you want something a little bit smaller. That will also save you a little bit of money as well. And if you don't want to spend extra on the bag, totally get it. That's totally fine. Use one of the Sticks bags that's included. They will be totally serviceable. They are very good bags. I just don't personally like the Sticks branding that's everywhere. Okay, so we've covered the two most important things. We got your golf clubs, we got your golf bag. The next most important thing is a comfortable pair of shoes. Now, I do not think you should go out and buy a spiked tour level golf shoe. We want something that's casual, comfortable, that you're gonna feel good walking around in. So really, there are all sorts of options that are out there. Honestly, whatever you find that you like the style of is probably going to be just fine. But a few recommendations you might take a look at are the Adidas Samba golf shoe. They look just like the classic Adidas Sambas, but have a golf tread on them. Also, if you want to spend a little bit more money, the G4 G112 is probably my favorite more casual golf shoe. I've got like 50 pairs of golf shoes, and these are still the ones that I wear the most. They're waterproof, they're super comfortable, they look casual, they look good, they're a little bit different, they're a little bit unique, and if you need to wear them off the course, like if you want to put on a pair of shoes at your house, wear them to the course and wear them back, these can do that very easily. The one thing I would look for as you're getting going is something that's waterproof. If you're just buying one pair of golf shoes as you're getting going, you want something that can kind of do a little bit of everything. So you're going to want something that if you're playing early morning and it's like dewy out on the course, or if you get some rain, you're going to want something that's going to keep your feet dry. So that's just something I would look out for. But bottom line with shoes, don't overthink it. Find something casual, find something comfortable, find something like the style of, and even if that's not a golf shoe, even if that's just sneakers, you're going to be just fine. You do not necessarily need a dedicated pair of golf shoes when you're just getting started. Okay, number 4 is apparel, and we can go down all sorts of rabbit holes with this, but the place I would start is Walter Hagen. So Walter Hagen is the in-house brand from Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxy. So what's great about it is they have pretty much everything covered. If you need golf shorts, pants, polos, skirts, quarter zips, no matter what you need, they have something for you, and they're also really affordable and have frequent sales. Are they going to be the absolute most fashionable, most stylish? No, not necessarily. Are they going to be the absolute most tailored, best fitting? No, not necessarily. But do they do a really good job for what they are at a good price? Absolutely. So right now, as it sits, there's a good chance you already have a golf appropriate outfit, but if you're looking to fill in some of the gaps, that is where I would go if I was looking for golf clothes on a budget. Also, just want to say, if you haven't realized this yet, I've got links to everything that I mentioned below, and I'll also include some links to some additional resources in case you want to spend a little bit more or a little bit less, or you're looking for something slightly different. I'm going to try and cover everything I think that you will need down in the description, so be sure to check that stuff out. All right, next up, what's the obvious thing that you're going to need to play golf in, and that is balls. For that, I would recommend you pick up a pack of Noodle golf balls. When it comes to cheap golf balls, these have long been my favorites. You can pick up a pack of 15 of them for under 20 bucks on Amazon. So chances are, as you're learning, you're gonna lose a lot of balls. You're not gonna notice the difference between a $5 golf ball and a $1 golf ball. You do not need to go out and buy Titleist Pro V1s. If you don't know what that is, then good. You don't need to know what that is yet. Just go buy a pack of noodles. Despite the funny name, I think this is going to be the best bang for your buck. You do not need to overthink this when you're first getting going, and I think that is an excellent first golf ball for beginners. While you're at Amazon, also go buy a 2-pack of gloves. Now, here's the reality. If you're just getting going, you're not going to notice that much of a difference between a really fancy golf glove and a regular golf glove. So I think you should spend as little as possible and not overthink it. So link below is my best recommendation. You can get a set of 2 Taylormade golf gloves for $22 total, 11 bucks a glove. It's a name brand, it's a comfortable glove. You can get it on Amazon, and it is going to be just fine for you when you're getting going. If for some reason you do want to spend a little bit more, or you want something that's a little bit more unique, I typically recommend North Coast golf gloves. They're my personal favorite golf glove brand. They fit really well, they've got some unique styles, and you can expect to spend around $22 for one of them rather than $22 for 2. So they're about double the price of those Taylormades I recommended before, so neither way, totally breaking the bank, but you don't need to spend a lot of money on a golf glove when you're just getting going. Okay, and the last thing I would recommend, in just a second, we are going to talk about some things I would not buy, and we're going to talk about some optional things to buy. But the last thing I think you should pick up is a golf essentials kit. So again, there are a bunch of these on Amazon. You can pick them up for like $16, but what that's going to include is a golf towel, a golf wire brush so that you can easily clean your clubs, and a golf divot tool so as you get better, you can fix your pitch marks in the green. So any of these are not things you need to spend a whole bunch of money on. That's why I'm fine recommending just kind of a generic Amazon essentials kit. Again, you can go spend more. You can get a personalized towel. You can get a wooden divot tool. You can go get fancier versions of all of these. But again, as you're getting going, you don't need to do that. Go spend 16 bucks, get the basics, and upgrade down the line if you get really into golf. Man, this whole winter thing, it's getting dark back there quickly. I haven't been shooting this video for that long, and already looks dark. Okay, now real quick, 3 things that I think are optional. If you would like to enhance your enjoyment or you've got a little bit more money to spend, then these are the 3 things I would consider next. Okay, first thing I would consider is one good head cover. So just like the Sticks bag, where I like to have some personal style, don't really love the bag, I like their head covers even less. I don't need Sticks or whatever golf club company plastered all of my head covers. I like something with a little bit of personality. So if it were me and I had some money to spend, I would go out and get a Seamus head cover. This is widely recognized across the golf world as something that is premium, nice, and it makes you look like a real golfer. The second one I might consider, and this is kind of a random one, but this is just something that's kind of fun, is a Daphne's head cover. Specifically, these are animal head covers, so if you have a pet or if you have a kid or something like that, I think these are great. I just got my 5-year-old daughter a Daphne's unicorn club cover, and it was like her favorite Christmas present. And these are quite a bit less. These are like $45 compared to Seamus, which is going to be like $85 to $115, depending on what you're looking for. So both of those, not necessarily budget picks, both of those absolutely not necessary. But if you're looking to add a little bit more personality and not scream, hey, I'm a brand new golfer, this is an easy way to do it. Second optional thing is a GPS app or GPS watch. So if you already are using, say, an Apple Watch, then it might be worth downloading a GPS app like the Grint or Golf Shot GPS. What that's going to allow you to do is keep score on your watch as well as get GPS yardages to the green directly on your wrist. Do I think you need to go out and buy a GPS watch just for this? No. Absolutely not. But if you already have an Apple Watch, then paying a little bit of extra money for the premium version of these golf apps, which are going to give you those distances and everything directly on your wrist, doing that is an easy way to enhance your enjoyment of the game without having to spend a whole bunch of money right out of the gate. Also, one thing worth noting is that if you have a Garmin smartwatch, especially one of the higher end models, many of them have a golf activity built in that will allow you to keep score and get those GPS yardages. So even if you've never used the golf feature before, you should check and see if your watch is capable of it, because if so, then that is a very easy way to get those GPS yardages. Okay, the last optional thing I would consider is a JBL clip speaker. Let's face it, if you are just starting golf, you want to make this as fun as possible. You're going to be probably playing 9 holes, going around the course, probably not playing very well, so having a little bit of music can make that experience just a little bit more palatable and a little bit more fun. You don't need to spend a whole lot of money to do this. One of these JBL speakers is going to cost you like 50 or 60 bucks. It's small, it's portable, you just clip it right onto your golf bag and it sounds really good for the price. So if you're someone that likes to listen to music, if you're going out to play golf and have a good time, I think one of these speakers can be an excellent addition, especially for the new golfer. And before we end, here's a few things I would not go out and spend a bunch of money on right away. First, expensive clubs. A lot of people will say you should go out and get fit for clubs as you're getting going and it makes a big difference. Yes, it does make a difference at a certain point. If you are just getting going and your swing is different every single time you make a swing, then having specially fit clubs isn't going to make quite as big of a difference until you get a more consistent swing. Doing that is also going to be a lot more expensive, and if you're not even sure if you're going to continue playing golf, you don't want to spend all that money up front if you're then going to need something different down the line, or if you just decide, you know what, golf isn't for me. So I don't think you should go out and buy expensive clubs, and I don't think you should necessarily get fit for clubs right away until you have a little bit of a benchmark for where your swing is at. Second, I don't think you should get a laser rangefinder. Let's face it, if you're just getting going, you don't need to know that that flag is 152.5 yards away. You're just trying to make contact with the ball and get it up the fairway. I think as we talked about earlier, a GPS option is better, whether it's something on your wrist or if it's just getting a GPS golf app on your phone to get those distances. That's going to be something that's going to cost you a lot less money, so it's not that big of a deal if you decide golf is not for you. If you start getting serious about it, then sure, a GPS rangefinder can be very useful, but I don't think you should buy that right out of the gate. And finally, the last thing I would not buy right out of the gate is a push cart. So there's a good chance as you're getting started, you're going to be walking. But there's also a good chance that whatever course you are playing at is going to have push carts available to rent. I don't think you should go out and spend $200, $300, $400 on a push cart until you know if golf is going to be your thing. Just go rent one at the course you're at, and after you've played a dozen times, if you're getting really into it and you like having a push cart, then maybe consider going investing in one. But I don't think you need to do that right out of the gate because there's a good chance that, frankly, it's just going to sit in your garage and gather dust if you decide golf is not for you. So there there you go. If I was starting to play golf right now, those are the things I would personally go out and buy. Do not overthink this. Do not spend thousands of dollars. Just go get the things that I talked about. That's going to get you perfectly set up as you are just starting to play this game. And then as you progress, you can decide where you want to upgrade, where you want to differentiate, and where you want to spend more money as you are getting going. But when you're first getting started, I think that this list we just presented is an excellent starting point. With that, my name is Sean Ogle. Here at Breaking 80, we talk about cool golf products and cool golf courses. So as you are getting going in your golf journey, I would love it if you would hit subscribe. And I promise I will do my very best to continue to help you find the best products for your needs. With that, I hope you have an excellent day, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.